Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious Italian chicken dish, chicken piccata. It is a scrumptious recipe, but it's pretty straightforward to make. Piccata is an Italian cooking method where the meat is sliced, coated, cooked, and served with a sauce called piccata sauce. The traditional dish in Italy is veal piccata, but this cooking method is also perfect for chicken. So we'll get started cooking our spaghetti, which we'll serve with our chicken. I'm using whole wheat spaghetti, whole grain choice. When buying whole grain pasta, look for the words whole wheat or whole grain in the ingredient list. I'm going to cook 8 ounces, which is half a pound. So I'm gonna grab about half right here, throw it in the pot, and let that go ahead and start boiling. Okay, so while our pasta is cooking, I'll start preparing the chicken. Now, you can get breasts already cut this way at the store, but it definitely saves money to do it yourself, and it's really pretty simple. So let me show you. First, I'm going to remove the tenderloin, which is this part right here, the connective tissue. You can just rip it off or use your knife. I'm going to choose my knife. So you can cut it as so, okay? Now I'm going to take my hand and place it on top of the breast and gently guide my knife through the middle of the breast lengthwise. As so. Gently so you don't cut your hand. Okay, there we go. Now I'll just open this at the fold here like a butterfly, and that's that. Okay, now before coating, I usually like to cut it in half so it's more workable. Now I'm going to coat the chicken. In this dish, I have 2 tablespoons of whole wheat flour mixed with 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And I'll just coat each chicken breast like so. Do one side, make sure it's evenly coated, and then you do this side. You coat that. You can leave it in here and do the other half as so. One half. I'm going to go ahead and coat this one a little bit more. There we go. All right, perfect. Now a quick wash of my hands. Always a must when handling raw meat, chicken, or fish. Okay, now to the stove where I'll start heating my skillet over medium heat, as so, and we'll give the pan a little quick spray. Now, using my tongue so my hands don't get dirty again, I'll put in the chicken. Nice and slow. We'll spread it out a little bit. Okay, perfect. Now I'll let that cook for about 3 to 4 minutes per side, cooking it until it's no longer pink in the middle. These will cook faster than regular chicken breasts because we've butterflied them. So our chicken is done cooking, and I'm going to transfer it to this plate. Yum. Smells delicious. Okay. Now I'm going to make the sauce back in this pan using the juices from the chicken to flavor it. This is the key to making piccata sauce. First, I'll just give the skillet another squirt of cooking spray and turn it up to medium high. And I'll just let that heat up for about a minute. Here I have 1½ cups of sliced fresh mushrooms that I'll put into our hot skillet. Ooh. It is hot. Nice smell. These are white button mushrooms that are usually the most inexpensive, but you could use baby portobellas, shiitakes, creminis, or any mushroom that you like. So these will cook up fairly quickly, about 3 to 4 minutes. It's all it takes, and I'll stir them here and just cook them up just a little bit. Okay. Now that our mushrooms have been cooking for about 4 minutes, I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of minced jarred garlic. Or you can mince your own. You'll need 2 cloves. Give it a stir. Next, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, which is about what you get out of a small lemon. And half a cup of low sodium chicken stock. Always look for low sodium broth, soup, and stock at the store. You can cut out a lot of salt that way without sacrificing taste. Okay, give that a little stir. Okay, so we are going to let that cook for about 2 minutes. Stir it up a little bit. All right, now I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of salt-free Italian seasoning. That smells so good. All right, we'll put that in. That's usually a blend of oregano, rosemary, thyme, basil, and a few other dried herbs. And last but not least, to add some color and extra nutrients, I have 2 medium zucchinis that I've thinly sliced. In they go. Stir it up a little bit. Now, zucchini is considered a summer squash, so you could also use yellow squash or patty pan squash, whatever's available and on sale. Now, I'm going to give this a little stir and bring it to a simmer, which means getting it to right before it boils, so just small bubbles, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. If you could only smell this, it's delicious. All right, so it should start bubbling. So I may have to lower the heat just a bit because I want to keep that at a simmer for about 5 minutes. All right, giving enough time for the zucchini to cook and all the ingredients and flavors to blend together. Just keep it in low for a little bit. And I'll give that a stir here as the sauce starts to cook. Okay, now that all of our components for our chicken piccata are cooked, it's time to plate this up. Now this recipe serves 4, so I already went ahead and cut my chicken breast in half, so I have 2 servings. For each plate, I'll put on some spaghetti. So I'll do that now. Okay, get some nice spaghetti in there. All right. A piece of chicken next to it, and then top both the chicken and the pasta with our delicious mushroom and zucchini piccata sauce. So let's do that. Wow, that looks amazing. It smells amazing, and I like to get some of the juices that were left in the bottom of the pan just to give it a little extra taste. Wow, look at that. Now, the traditional chicken piccata is cooked in a lot of butter and oil, but our version hardly has any saturated fat at all, making it truly heart healthy. But the most important thing, this looks, smells, and definitely tastes amazing. I hope you get to enjoy this chicken piccata recipe soon. Bye for now.